Thanks, Linnell, and greetings, sets, friends, and family. We're going to continue our journey through Andrew Wilson's book, Incomparable, looking at some of his reflections and explorations in the character of God. And we come this morning to his second reflection, God the Beginning. God the Beginning. You know, the opening words of the Bible are at one and the same time so simple that any child can understand them, and so profound that no philosopher can exhaust them. Moses simply writes, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." Genesis 1 verse 1. Embedded in this is the straightforward claim that God existed before anything else and that he is the cause of everything else that exists. I want to make two simple observations about God's pre-existence, this idea that he existed before anything else existed. Number one, the Bible assumes that God is pre-existent. So Moses begins with just the most majestic words, in the beginning, God. He takes this completely for granted. There's no need to explain it. There's no need to try and prove it. There's no need to even ask, well, who made God? God simply is and was and always will be the one who existed before all things and caused everything else to come into existence. But secondly, the pre-existence of God is the best explanation for the existence of all other things. So from our point of view as believers, God pre-existing is not some wishful, fanciful idea. It is far and away the most logical and coherent way to account for the world that we see around us. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. This is the Bible's claim. The key question we need to ask is, does believing that God is pre-existent or believing that all things happen by chance provide a better explanation of the world that we see around us? Or put in different words, is it easier to believe that everything we see was the product of natural selection and the forces of chance? Or is it easier to believe that there is evidence in the world around us of an intelligent designer? Someone like Richard Dawkins looks at the world around him and he sees nothing but blind natural forces. And this is comforting for him because it allows him to explain why bad things happen to good people and why some things seem to happen for no rhyme or reason whatsoever. But as followers of Christ, we look at the world around us and we see something quite different. From the majestic vast galaxies to the infinite genius of the subatomic world, the universe screams designer. And we learn some things about that designer. From beautiful sunsets, we see that he's an artist. And from the infinite variety of life forms, we see that he loves creativity and making things of all different kinds. We see his genius embedded. And this seems to us a very good explanation for the order and design that we see in the world around us. So the Bible's view is simply to state, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. God is pre-existent. But we, when we think deeply about it, have great comfort in recognizing that the existence of an intelligent designer is a far better way to account for the complexity and beauty and majesty and order of the universe that we see than is believing in blind chance or natural selection.